Before proceeding with this video, we'd like to warn you that everything we're going to show you looks delicious. So if you're too hungry, you'd better eat first and then watch the video. Believe us, your stomach won't be happy if you don't listen to us. Eggs. More and more supermarkets offer a service that didn't exist until 10 or 20 years ago. We're talking about selling egg yolks and egg whites separately. This reduces the amount of residues in the kitchen and saves time. Factories don't do this manually because it would be expensive and inefficient. Instead of manual work, they use special equipment like the one you see on the screen. It's a production line consisting of a variety of machines, such as an egg washer and an egg breaking machine. They are connected by a conveyor belt which moves the product. The fact is that the eggs just collected in the henhouse aren't clean. The special equipment uses an alkaline solution and soft bristles to clean up all traces of dirt. Other equipment uses special bowls to crack the shells. Then the yolk is gently separated from the white. They fall into different containers while the shell is thrown away. In an hour, this line can process from 5 to 10,000 eggs. Desserts. Surprisingly, today the market offers many different machines that can be used to make any dessert automatically. Human participation is minimized. The specialist only needs to program the computer and make sure that the equipment works flawlessly. The most popular devices used in pastry factories are dispensing machines. In this case, we're showing you the equipment of the German manufacturer Unifiller. The dispensers are equipped with a large container in which dough, cream or stuffing is placed. The task of the machine is to dispense the exact amount of dough. Thus, it fills tarts with cream, cupcake molds with dough, and is even able to create a layered dessert. If necessary, the equipment can also squeeze the dough onto a moving tray to start making cookies and pastries. The manufacturer usually offers a wide range of accessories for each machine. They significantly expand the possibilities for cooking, filling, and decorating desserts. So, the dispenser can fill the final product, for example a croissant with cream, or create products of unusual shapes such as stars, curls, and flowers. In other words, this machine is any pastry chef's dream. Calassons. We continue to please people who like delicious and sweet products. Calassons are a traditional French candy. It's produced in factories located in Aix-en-Provence. Researchers believe that the first calassons were made in France in the 15th century. The main ingredient is almonds. Before the beginning of the production processes, the nuts are saturated with moisture by steaming them. This process is known as rehydration. It takes about 10 minutes. Then it takes a small amount of time to remove excess water from the mass. While all this is happening, sugar is being prepared in the adjacent machine. In this case, beet sugar is used. In France, this kind of sugar is produced in huge quantities. The sugar is heated in a special mixer. The workers then add a mixture of powdered sugar and whipped egg whites. This will eventually turn into the glaze that traditionally covers the product. The next ingredient, which is essential for a calasson, is candied fruit. Most often it's melon or orange. The mixture of nuts and fruits is thoroughly ground to make a paste. Before the next step, the paste is left to rest for 3 days. Finally, all the ingredients are mixed together. Then the paste is divided into separate elements using almond-shaped molds. The worker then uses a stencil to apply a layer of glaze on top. Now the sweets should be placed in the oven for 10 minutes. The heat hardens them and makes them ready to eat. Gingerbread. If you look at the history of mankind, it turns out that the first gingerbread appeared around the year 350 BC. However, at that time they were more like flatbread, buttered with honey. To enjoy this delicacy, our ancestors had to spend a lot of time cooking them. Fortunately, we just need to go to the shop and buy gingerbread of any shape we like. This is possible thanks to these automated machines. They mix all the ingredients of the future gingerbread together until it has the right consistency. Then the equipment rolls the dough into a wide, even sheet. Interestingly, the equipment used in the next stage is very similar to the cookie molds, which can be found in almost any kitchen. The only difference is that here the molds are lowered on the dough by the machine, not by a person. During the entire production process, the dough moves along a conveyor belt. Once the dough has been shaped, an operator removes the excess dough, which is then used again. At the same time, the future gingerbread enters the oven where it's cooked until ready. Ice cream. It is amazing that today more and more delicious products are produced with minimal human involvement. Smart machines can handle a wide variety of tasks, from mixing the food to filling the molds, freezing and packaging. As you can guess, the process of making ice cream begins by mixing the ingredients: milk, cream, butter, sugar, and various flavorings and aromatic additives. When the products arrive at the factory, each batch is usually tested in a special laboratory. If the products meet the requirements, they are sent directly to the production hall. The milk is heated, and all the ingredients listed above are added to it. Then the industrial mixer brings the mass to a homogeneous state. This mix already tastes like ice cream. However, it will not survive long transportation and storage, so the mixture is pasteurized. This means that the milk is heated to a temperature of about 80 to 95 degrees Celsius. This is enough to kill all the harmful microorganisms. After that, the ice cream mix is cooled. It's used to fill molds, cones, or jars. Now all that remains is to pack it all up and freeze it. Ice pops are prepared in a similar way, but the ingredients are different. Usually fruit puree, juice, sugar, flavors, and dyes. Bread. Finally, it's time to show you how your favorite bread is cooked in factories. Initially, the dough is mixed in a special hall. These subsequent cooking processes are carried out on this long production line. In its original form, the dough is a lump which doesn't look much like bread. However, it has to go through several stages of processing. The dough moves along the conveyor line. The rollers then process the dough. As a result, it gradually becomes thinner and thinner. In order to prevent the mass from sticking to the surfaces, flour is poured over them. When the dough reaches the desired thickness, special blades cut it lengthwise first, then another blade cross-cuts it, so the future loaves of bread are already moving along the belt. A special machine gives them the desired shape, in this case rounded. After that, the dough is left untouched for some time. This process is known as proofing. During this process, fermentation takes place. After the proofing, all that remains is baking the dough, cooling the bread, and packaging it.